What's good, y'all? Welcome back to our NHL 25 franchise mode here with the Washington Capitals, and we are here at the 2027 NHL trade deadline. And as you can see, another rough year for us, 20-38-4, which is kind of the plan, though. I mean, you can take a look at this roster in case you haven't caught up yet. And I will leave a link of the last episode in the description, as well as I have a playlist made for all these episodes. But yeah, roster on paper, not very strong. Obviously, we have some aging guys like Ovechkin, Tom Wilson, even PLD's getting up there. Well, he's only 28 still, okay. But yeah, just in general, not a very top-heavy team. We don't even have a single 90-plus on this team. And then, yeah, defensively, it's really rough. 84 is our best defenseman. It's not good, but it is our young guy in Cole Hudson, so something to look forward to. And then in goal, we do have our guy Gabriel Daig, who looks to be taking over the starting reins as he is an 81 overall, and he's actually having a solid season, all things considered. So, yeah, obviously not a competitive team, but hopefully a good year for growth as well. And of course, if you did miss a couple, I don't know if it was last episode, a couple episodes ago, I think it would have been 2 by now, but we did secure ourselves a franchise player, none other than Gavin McKenna. We were able to scoop him up second overall in 2026 thanks to a generated franchise player. So that was good news for us. And speaking of franchise players, because we are such a shit team, our focus, of course, is on the draft class. And in the 2027 draft, as well as I would assume in real life, the number one pick right now is Landon Dupont, medium franchise OFD. Would be the perfect player for us to get our hands on. 2 years out, Erik Karlsson, similar style. I mean, if we can get an Erik Karlsson, that would be absolutely perfect for the future. So definitely, obviously want to target him. But before we can get to that, we do have some business to attend to here at the deadline. Couple players I want to move on from. Number one, Dylan Strome. He has been a solid player for us. But this year, I mean, the team isn't having a great year, and it just doesn't make sense for us to hold on to him any longer. He's got, a year left after this. Veteran guy. He might drop down in overall this year because of his production. So definitely want to take advantage of where his value is at still. And then I do want to try to find a trade for Tom Wilson because I want to clear up as much cap space as I can heading into this rebuild. So that way we have some freedom in free agency and for when we have to sign our young guys. So like I said before, I do want to try to make like a even trade. I don't just want to cheese the AI trading for a pick because that contract is not even fair. So we'll try to take back a bad contract ourselves, but hopefully for shorter term. And if we take a look at the pending free agents, let's see what we have available to us this year. So again, not the strongest class, but Noah Dobson as the top UFA would be absolutely perfect, especially if we don't end up getting Landon Dupont. This could be our guy for the once we're competitive again, he could be our veteran defenseman. He should still be, very high overall by that point and can help our blue line right now, help our young guys develop. So that would be a great pickup for us there. There's also guys like Martin Necas, Drake Batherson, and then RFAs like Cutter Gauthier, Lane Hudson, Denton Mateychuk. So there's definitely some options this year. We'll have to kind of look to see who actually becomes available. And then goalies I'm not too worried about. We seem to have our guy with Daig for now. So, and to be fair, there isn't like too many, especially in the UFA department, there's not too many, big names. So probably skip out on goalies this year and hope for the best for Daig. So let's just get straight into the deadline here. We already kind of have an idea of what we want to do. So let's jump into that. And here we go. All right, so let's see who is available to start off. We have Zach Hyman as the top player here. Dougie Hamilton, Vince Dunn, who's been on the block for a few years now. Drake Batherson, pending free agent. I don't blame them, trying to get what they can. Okay, is there any young guys available? If there is any, I would like to target a defenseman. There's JBD, but he's 26. We have Bobby Brink. Any prospects or anything like that? Guys with high value down here. Let's take a look. A lot of veterans available at this deadline. Let's see. Yeah, just 1,080,000 overalls here. If we can get past that. All right, so here we go. 70s. Watch, there's going to be a trade and reset me. There's Nathan Villeneuve. Yep, called it. Thank you, game, for not fixing that. Just for a... Oh, okay. Actually, the Habs traded Patrick Laine to Chicago, so he'll be playing with Bedard and Phil Kurashev in them. Let me get to the end of the list here. All right, let's see if there's anybody available here. Just some top 6 forwards, looks like. Yeah, nothing crazy. So this will be easy right here. Actually, I want to go into the fine trade here. See what Dylan Strome is worth about, I should say. Let's take a look here. So he's still got decent value. Nothing crazy, but I think he was an 87 at what? No, that was McMichael that grew. So 2 seconds for Strome is honestly very solid. We can see if maybe we want to target a first like we did last year, but honestly, oh wait, what years are they offering? Because I know in 2028 we need some draft help. 2028 second, 2027 second. Okay. So we can pick up a second for this and next year, which wouldn't be bad. Now, if I try to trade Tom Wilson, I bet you I'll get like an offer for like a 4th round pick. A third, yeah, see, like that's not even, why would Boston give a 3rd round pick for that terrible contract? But you know what? Since they really want him so bad, let's take a look and see what they have. Do they have a contract that they wouldn't mind parting ways with here? Let's take a look. Mike Matheson, he's got too long term for me. No, not really. I mean, there's nobody that, unless they have like a really low overall here. Yeah, there really isn't anyone on Boston that makes sense for this. So probably, I mean, you could argue Corpus Salo. 2 years left, and then he can just back up Daig next year. I mean, at this point, I would say Wilson would have negative value. I mean, he's only 20 points in 63 games. So what I'm going to do, and you guys may not like this, but I don't want to cheese the AI. I'm going to add in, let's add in our 3rd for this year. I think this will make it a bit fair. They're going to do the, I deliberately accept, but yep. Yeah, almost feel guilty. But just to make it fair, I don't want to cheese the AI. I think that's just dumb. So we'll take that. I still think that's a great trade for us to get that trade off. I would definitely do that if they offered it to me. So we're good with that. Now, Strome, as Buffalo does trade their 2 seconds that we were going to potentially trade to them. So there is that. I mean, we could just still go with, like, Utah. Now, let's take a look at a team like Utah. See what they're at. Okay, they are dominating, so probably skip out on that. Is there, like, a mid-team? Seattle stinks. How valuable is their first? It's a bit much. Yeah, we probably wouldn't be able to get that. We did the Sharks last year. The Penguins, their 1st round pick is about the same value. Okay. Let's take a look here. The Islanders are not that good. Okay. So, like, how close would this be? Okay. And then, what if we gave you guys... we don't have Protus on the team anymore, so giving up his brother isn't a huge deal to me now. I think they said woefully insufficient, so I don't think something like this would go through. I mean, we can just add in, like, Matejko. But, yeah, and now we're doing same needs. So, probably not the Islanders. Let's go back to the Penguins, since they're a little better. And then I think we have to add somebody back, though, but... Alright, and then we'll add a forward. That is not what I meant to do. If we can take back a bad contract to make this better, but I think these guys have too much value. Although Schultz here, I'd be willing to do this. Take on his, I mean, $1 million for Strome and a first, or you know what I meant. Yeah, these teams don't want to give up a first for Strome. It doesn't look like. Do they want like Protus like the other team did? No. I mean, I'll offer like a 4th, but after that, I don't want to give up too much. Yeah. So I think 2 seconds for Strome is honestly fine. I think that's about where his value is at this point anyways. So we'll go ahead and do that. Obviously still a top 6 forward, probably to a lot of teams. So I know Utah was really good. How good are the Devils? They're not as good. So we'll take this trade here. We'll ship off Dylan Strome to the Devils for 2 second-round picks. All right. Now, I might want to tack on some cap space here. I know it says we're still above the floor, but I just traded, I mean, $6 million for Wilson, then we got $3 million back, so that's $3 million, and then 4, so about 7 or 8 mil we traded. And weren't we at like 17 million to start? Let me see. I don't know if there's just like a shitty contract we can. I wonder if there's like a team that trying to give somebody up with a shitty contract that we can get like an extra pick from or something. Nobody there. Nope. See if we can find something here. Did not mean to do that. Like Nick Leddy, $2 million for a 79, and then if they give up like, I don't know, 4th round pick, and we give up like a 5th round pick, does that work? No. Okay, so he has. You're telling me he has positive value. He has 2 years left at $2 million. He's a 79. I don't really understand that, but all right. I guess depth defenseman. It's not terrible. I mean, if the game says we're fine, then I guess. But I just don't want our contracts to get. Well, do we have any? It would be like. Oh, but yeah. So we don't really have any contracts to. Yeah, honestly, it doesn't even matter. If they raise any contracts, it's not a big deal because all these guys are either up soon or guys we're not even worried about. So, and I guess it did help that we signed like Gudis and Giordano to 10 mil and Fedotov to 5 mil. So, we're good on that front. Was there anyone else that I wanted to trade? I can't remember. Let me see. No, I don't think so. Nope. I mean, I don't just want to flip Corpusalo because it's no trade clause. Oh, because we're on Vancouver. Yeah, we'll just leave Corpusalo, just have some cap space. We're going to need it for next year anyway. We're not even going to be close to the floor. So, yep. I think we're all good. We did our moves. Got a bit of draft capital back, which we needed, especially for next year because we only have a 1st, 2nd, and 7 now. This year we have a 1st, a 2nd, and 2/3. So, a 1st, 2 seconds, and 2/3, I should say. So we're good on that front. You could argue we don't have a lot of depth, but we got the big time picks there, so I'm happy with that. And then after that, we got all of our picks back again. So, yeah, like I said, I think we're good. So we'll kind of exit the deadline here, fix up our lines, and then we'll get to the end of the year, draft lottery, all that. And, yeah, we'll end it at the draft when we get to draft day. So, Brian Dumoulin on waiver, $6 million. He's an 82, but yeah, we don't need him. All right, so let's take a look at our lines now. See what we're looking at. They did move up Lachapov. I didn't notice that in the other screen as well. I'm gonna actually take Corpusalo out so Day can still get the starting share. And I think I just want to move Lachapov down for like, I don't know, a shitter. Like a honestly, Tyler Weiss is fine. He'll help us tank. And it'll strengthen up the AHL as well. So let's move him down. Under the... Oh, okay, yeah. Let me take him back. Where is he? Is he not technically on our team or something? Okay. Or was it... I don't even remember. We'll just take Zach Funk. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, again, Landon Dupont Leonard. I mean... Yeah, but let's change the positions at least. Oh, McMichael. I want him on that first line still. So we'll go there. Ovechkin. Dubois Niemanen is fine. Miroshnichenko. Oh, they have Crystal up too. Fuck. Okay, well. So let's just get Funk in there. We'll move up Entwistle, I guess. I need to... These are going to be all fucked up now, aren't they? Yep. Alright, Crystal, you're going to go back down there as well. Help you guys in the AHL. We'll take back... how old's Rybinski? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah. All right, so throw him in there, and then we'll get to the end of the year. And hopefully we can land that first pick. I mean, Dupont would be the perfect player to add to our team, and especially to our young crop that we're starting to build up. I remember just a couple years ago, obviously, we didn't have anything, a lot of anything. So the fact that I'll fix that in a second. And there we go. Okay, just had to do that. Let's fix up these lines real quick. Once again, because the game just had to do stupid shit. Leonard, Aginla, and McMichael. Then those three. Yep, that looks good. Okay. And Hudson Oreo, Carlson. Yeah, it's. Oh, actually, no, I want Trethway up there. So there we go. And then, oh, good thing I checked this as well. Put Fedotov in there. And we're all good. All right, so all the boring shit's out of the way. We can get to the end of the year here. So sorry if that was a bit redundant, but just had to take care of that real quick. And now we will get to the end of the season. Actually, we're going to slow us in this game against Toronto because it still is potentially the last game for both Ovechkin and John Carlson. So we'll see if they finally decide to hang him up this year. I kind of hope they do, so I don't have to keep bringing him back. But honestly, if Ovi wants to stay till he's 50, we'll just keep it going. We'll just keep him under contract. Why the hell not? And we're going to be battling out with Columbus, I think, was the other team towards the bottom for the top odds, it looks like. So hopefully we can stop picking up some points here. Yeah, we're 3 points above Columbus right now, so we'll have to see as we do beat Edmonton as well. Stars are at 55. That's where we're okay, so we got to start losing because now we got other teams. We did beat Columbus, which that is huge. You guys really beat Columbus. Like, come on, of every team. All right, at least lose to Dallas then. So we're at 59. Blue Jackets are at 55. Blue Jackets are at 55. Please lose to the Stars. Please lose to the Stars. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's like we don't want to help our team. Where are the Stars at? They're at 63. Okay, so yeah, this is still big right here. And also at 60. Oh, wait, that is the Stars. I thought they were like second to last when I seen them last. Okay, so the good thing is, though, the Blue Jackets have an extra game to play, and we desperately need to lose this game against the Leafs. I mean, they are a good team, damn near 50 wins. So let's get into this. Potentially the last game for our captain and one of our other longtime members of this team, John Carlson. So first period, 2-1, them. Matthews and Eller for them. Shout out to the former cap and Dubois for us. Second period, 5-3 them. Dubois again, Miroshnichenko for us. And then Pacioretty, Matthews again, and Calle-Yarncroke. So third period, we're down 2, which is good. I wouldn't be opposed to an Ovi goal, but I also still want to lose. So there we go. John Tavares, 6:30. So if Ovi scores here, I wouldn't be mad. Yeah, definitely. 7-3 now. The Leafs looking to run away with this, which is great news for us. I have a feeling even if we have the top odds, we're going to get fucked over by the lottery, but what can you do? Let's see. Last final minutes, and there we are. So in his potential final game, did Ovechkin, he had 2 assists, so there you go, 5 shots. He didn't score, but, still getting 2 points in his final game. That's definitely still something to brag about. So let's kind of do the season wrap-up here, at least for the regular season. Arlene score had, we actually got up to 70 points. Okay. Not bad there. And look at that, the Blue Jackets won. Oh, my God. So they're tied for us in points. If they win or pick up a point in their next game, we will be confirmed to have the top lottery odds. So that is a huge game. Let's go take a look. Actually, you know what? Before we do the season recap, let's actually see here. So, yeah, Stars are at 63. So, yeah, here we go. Blue Jackets. Let's see. Do they play this next day? Nope. How about today? Damn, they lost. Okay, so We might have the second best because it looks like we literally have identical records, but we probably won the season series with them or had more goals for, or whatever they go by. So it looks like we're going to have the second best odds, which, I mean, could be good. We'll see if that has any factor. I swear to God, if they stay at 1, I'm going to be so pissed that we missed Landon Dupont by a fucking point. But let's take a look here. Maybe it'll be a blessing in disguise. So leading the way, even at 41 years old, Alex Ovechkin still putting up 70 points, 26 goals. Obviously has, slowed down a little bit in these last couple of years, but 947 in his career was definitely leading the league. At least all time, I should say. 1,770 points. Damn near 1,000 penalty minutes. Over 7,500 shots. Holy shit. Yeah, just an absolute illustrious career if this is it. Of course, a new cool thing about this game, you could take a look at the awards. Stanley Cup champion and Conn Smythe winner in 2018. He's got 3 Harts, 3 Ted Lindsays, an Art Ross in 2007, a 9-time Maurice Richard winner, and as well as the Calder. So, didn't mean to do that. Definitely an elite trophy case for the Great 8. We'll see if this will be the final time we call his name. Connor McMichael, 59 points. Despite having such a terrible team, he finds a way to put up decent numbers. So he's been consistent for us. I know it looks like he's been going down, but the quality of the team has definitely been dipping as well. So definitely good to see from him. TJ Ginla up to 55 points. So he had a hot end of the year. Definitely stepped up. He's up to 89, which is great to see. Timo Nieminen, 49 points. Very solid rookie year for him, playing mostly on the third line. So we'll definitely take that. PLD 49, we have Leonard at 46, Miroshnichenko 34, and then it drops off from there. Defensively, Cole Hudson leading the way with 36 points as a second-year defenseman there. I mean, only 20 games last year, so this was his first full-time year in the NHL. Very solid for him. Carlson minus 36. He's definitely washed up. He is down to an 82 right now. 43-year-old Mark Giordano with 18 points, so not bad. Yorio 18 there, Trotherway with 12, and these guys did grow a bit throughout the season, so that's good to see. And then in net, Daig with a 905. Very solid rookie campaign, I would say. I mean, I know the save percentage doesn't look great, but considering he's given up 3.5 goals against, which definitely has to do with the defense, and still having above a 900 is definitely very impressive, I would say. So we will take that. And then if we go around the league, forward-wise, Connor McDavid, 130 points, leading the way. His line mate, Leon Draisaitl, right behind him. Matthews with 120. So we got 3 players over 120. And wow, Nathan MacKinnon, 71 goals, 112 points. Absolute dominant year for him. He's going to win the Rocket for sure. I mean, it's not even a debate. He already did win it. Matthews and Bedard both reaching over 60. So lots of goal scoring going on in the NHL right now, and there's just a countless amount of people over 100 points. Too many to even go through and name. Defensively, Cale Makar, 98 points, 82 assists on the year. Adam Fox, 89. Brant Clark with 82. Okay. The young defenseman, point per game. And basically his rookie year, he played 16 games the year before, and or I guess that was like 3 years ago. Where the fuck has he been? They haven't even played him. Are you telling me he's just been scratched and he grew to a 9? Okay, whatever game. Why would they keep him scratched for 3 years? Like, not even play him in the AHL, like nothing? And then he just comes in and puts 82. So they were just wasting him on the fucking, up in the press box. Quinn Hughes, 80. Evan Bouchard was 70. So definitely a lot of defensive scoring. I mean, you see all these guys over 60 points as well. So lots of great young defensemen in the league at the moment. And then in net, Thatcher Demko, who's led the league in wins for like the last 3 years or something. Shesty up there as well. And in terms of save percentage among starters, it's going to be Connor Ingram with a 921 and Andre Vasilevsky with a 919. So those two will be battling out for the Vezina. Probably going to go to Connor Ingram, though. I mean, just dominant year, 921 save percentage there. So there is that. I guess we should look at rookies as well. So rookie skaters, James Hagens and Fabian Lysell with 72 points each, 32 goals for Hagens in his first year. And then in terms of rookie goalies, Askarov there on the Sharks as well. So definitely a young, up-and-coming Sharks team, it looks like. They might be really scary. I think we took a look at them in a previous episode, and they just had a bunch of young talent coming up. So Definitely watch out for them. Good thing we're in the Eastern Conference, so we don't have to face them. But there is that. We will see how the playoffs are looking for this year. We have... where do I view that? Right here. So we have the Canucks and Blackhawks, Kings and Oilers for like the 10th time in the last 10 years. Or, well, obviously not that, but they face in the playoffs like every year. Utah making it against the Avalanche and Nashville and Winnipeg. And then in the East, we have Boston and Buffalo making the playoffs. Okay, Buffalo, there we go. Florida and Toronto for like the 100th time as well. Carolina, Pittsburgh for also the 100th time. And New York and Tampa for so it's just like the same playoff series. Then you got Boston and Buffalo. So a lot of the usual suspects, a couple surprising teams in there, but yeah, for the most part, who you usually see. So I think we're just gonna sim up to the couple weeks in here. We can see who ends up winning the. I guess we gotta go like over here. So we'll sim to like June 9th. See who takes on the Stanley Cup this year. I think AHL team will probably be in the playoffs. So if they start to win a couple rounds, we might pay attention. And as aforementioned, they are in the playoffs, so we'll have to pay attention to that if they start winning some games. Looks like Winnipeg did sweep the Predators right there. And yep, so the first round already wrapped up for the NHL. And we're about here at the conference finals. Like the AHL team lost in the first round, so that is kind of unfortunate. We can take a look at the draft class, see if we got any updates. So we know Dupont's a franchise. We don't have anything on Kopitz, though. These guys are all medium elite, though. So we should, I think, even if we're second, the lowest we can fall is like 5 or 6. So the good news is we're guaranteed a medium elite. So that is good. But we definitely want that first pick. There's a franchise player on the board. You do not want to pass that up. And hopefully we don't get fucked over in the lottery for like the 100th time. As the Utah Hockey Club taking home the Stanley Cup. The Bridgeport Islanders with the Calder. But how about that? The team with no name. With the Cup, Connor Ingram, I would assume, is going to win the Vezina. Let's take a look at Utah real quick. Let's go to stats. So first of all, their path to the Cup. They beat the Avs in 6, the Jets in 7, the Kings in 6, and the Bruins in 6. So they had hard-fought series all around. They at least went to 6 games in every series. So they definitely earned their stripes there. And we'll take a look at the scoring here, as David Pastrnak actually led the way with 34 points. I wonder if he still won the Calder. So let's just go to the Calder, the Conn Smythe. It looks like a team effort by Utah. Dylan Guenther with 10 goals, 23 points. Cooley with 23. Keller with 22. They did end up getting Claude Giroux at the deadline, I believe. He was still on Ottawa. Or he's on Florida. Oh, wait. This is playoffs. I was going to say, what the hell? Ottawa, yep. So they did acquire him at the deadline, and he was a key piece. 19 points in 25 games, and he finally gets a Stanley Cup to add to his resume. So now you start to question if he has made the case for the Hall of Fame. We'll go here. Not game logs. Where's career stats? And for the regular season. Yeah, he's got 1,200 points. He's got a cup. Yeah, I would say he probably is going to make the Hall with that. Lawson Cross. So yeah, it's basically the same team, but with Claude Giroux, and then, yeah, Ingram 926, just absolutely dominant this year. He's up to an 88. I wouldn't be surprised if he was the Conn Smythe as well. So let's take a look at the awards. Obviously, the Utah Hockey Club with the Stanley Cup, bringing the Cup back to the U.S. after 2 years in a row in Canada. And we've seen them take on the Bruins, who just continue to lose in the final, which is funny. Art Ross for McDavid, the 3rd year in a row, and the Hart. So I want to take a look at his trophy case, man. He is just racking up the trophies. Adam Fox, actually, with the James Norris, despite a 98-point performance by Makar. Probably a plus-minus factor there. Kucherov with the Lady Bane. Calder to Lysell over Hagen, so there's probably going to be an uproar about that. Dylan Guenther actually did take home the Conn Smythe. I would have gave it to, like, Connor Ingram for sure. And the Vezina goes to Demko, so he just gets slighted off of both trophies. I would be sick. He probably doesn't care. He's got a Stanley Cup ring on his finger either way. Crosby with his 3rd Selke in a row. Ted Lindsay, 2 Draisaitl, and the Rocket, 2 obviously McKinnon. So both Crosby and McDavid just racking up the individual awards. Obviously, that Stanley Cup has still evaded McDavid to this day. Let's take a look at him actually real quick. If we go to Edmonton, let's just view his trophy room right now. So he has got a Conn Smythe, obviously, this past year in real life, 5 MVPs, 5 Ted Lindsays, 8 scoring titles, 2 Rockets. That is nuts. And he's still only 30 years old, so he's got at least another 7, 8 years in him to continue to add to his trophy case. So, actually, before we hop into the draft lottery, I do want to take a look at some of our growth this year. That is not where I wanted to go. I always get confused when I see view. I always go to draft class or contracts. So TJ Ginla up to a 90 overall at 20 years old. So he is an absolute stud already. He's got full set of abilities besides a zone. So that is amazing to see. Ryan Leonard's developed a crease crasher ability as well. He's up to an 87. McMichael's remained at 87. Ovechkin at 87. 86 for Niemanen. It's good to see. No abilities yet, but that's all right. Hudson still at an 84. Maybe he'll get a jump before the year starts. Dubois down to an 85. That's all right. Yorio there. Miroshnichenko up to an 83. Trethaway went back down one. Probably just like morale or something was keeping him up there before. And then we have Parashak as an 80, so he'll be ready for the NHL. I assume Lachapov will probably be ready for the NHL next year as well. So we'll probably give a lot of time to our youth. I kind of stuck at a 79. I really don't get that. Hopefully he'll make a jump in the offseason. That's a bit weird. Cristal 78, and then Daig up to an 83. Yeah, so he should be a solidified starter for us by next year. So that is good to see. So despite the shitty-ass year for us, as we can take a look, Belchet's and Iginla up to 76, as well as Belchet's had 96 points over there in Windsor, and Joe Iginla, holy hell, 112 points over there in Edmonton. So yeah, these two are definitely going to be at least in the AHL next year, if I'm allowed to send them down. And then Nasir Gill as well. That's right, he's up to a 75 at 20, so he should be ready for a professional team as well. So some good growth from our guys, so that is good to see. Now the big question is, are we going to land that first overall pick? And the other big question, what kind of retirement class are we looking at as well? So let's go ahead and send a draft here. It's going to show us the draft lottery screen, and we get slided 2-4 Vegas. Of course, they rigged the draft lottery for Vegas. What a fucking surprise. And I always feel like, I mean, unless, I don't know if you guys have bad luck in the draft lottery too, it always feels like the user gets slided in these, like, all the time. I could have the first odds, the second odds, the fifth odds. I'm always just not in the right spot. Columbus down 1-3. Calgary, a big winner as well. Now, they've had incredible draft lottery luck these last couple years. Obviously, they landed the first pick last year and the third pick as well. So they have been very lucky. But Vegas, man, that is just so unfortunate. We were 2 spots out. Dallas went down from 3 to 5. And then everyone else kind of moved down one until they got to pick number 10. So that is unfortunate. The consolation prizes, though, we do have another medium elite to add to our team. And there is a defenseman here, Per Bergqvist, who is NHL ready. That might be the guy. Now, he doesn't have any abilities, but just based on that, we need a defenseman. And a right-shot defenseman, I definitely won't complain about either. He could be the perfect add. He's actually, our scouts project him as the 4th best player. So hopefully he doesn't get picked up by Columbus or anything like that. But we'll just have to see how the draft plays out. Obviously we're getting a great player regardless, but I think Bergqvist would be the ideal choice, being that he is a defenseman. So, yep. Yeah, then the top 6 forwards in the top 15 about. Do we have any confirmed, like, steals down here? We can take a chance on Nabokov, who's 3 bars medium elite at 103. And then any low elites confirmed. We do have 1, okay. Ahmed Zacharias at about in the 120, so we should be able to scoop him up. And wow, he's actually might only be a year out, so he's definitely someone I want to target. We can also go for Ryder McIntosh. He's a bit of a project though, but still, chance on him low elite. I know we don't have any later picks, but we could use one of those 3rd round picks if we don't see anybody and pick him up for sure. Just as long as we get him, I don't care. But yeah, sucks to miss out on Dupont. The only way we could potentially get him is if Vegas wants to trade that pick. But if they don't, I'm not even going to go for it. I don't want to cheese and get every top draft pick. And wow, oh man, Giordano and Shattenkirk retired, but both Ovi and Carlson still not retiring, despite Ovi he's gonna be 42 and Carlson's gonna be like 40. So this is just dumb. Crosby not retiring either. Like everyone just wants to stick around and play hockey, man. Ovi just had 70 points. I guess I don't blame him. He's still got some left in the tank. So he's gonna be sticking around another year. Why not? I guess we gotta pay somebody. Why not them? All right, so we know what we're picking now, 4th overall. I mean, unless Vegas wants to trade that pick, but so a bit unfortunate there, but can't really do nothing about that. There's still a lot to look forward to with this team, so very excited for this draft as well to add another A-plus prospect and you know, be competitive. After this year, I want to start being competitive. You know, I feel like we're gonna have another shitty year. We still got guys to develop. Like McKenna he hasn't even become an NHL level player yet. But guys like a Ginla, already a 90, he's starting to become a stud. We got Leonard, who is getting up there. We got Joe Ginla, we got Belchets, we got Cole Hudson, McMichael's on the team. So there's a lot to look forward to in the future. Daganette as well. So definitely going to be a competitive team in a few years. But until then, we are right here for now, and I appreciate you guys clicking on this video. Again, if you did miss any of the episodes, I will have a playlist ready, as well as the last episode linked in the description. So, appreciate you guys watching, and as always, you guys take care.